When a person is in cardiac arrest, early use of an AED can help restore normal heartbeat. For each minute CPR and defibrillation are delayed, a person's chance of survival decreases by 7 to 10%. If you are the only rescuer available to operate the AED, turn on the AED as soon as it is available and follow the voice prompts.
Attach pads firmly to person's bare chest as shown.
Remove all clothing covering the chest to place the AED pads and wipe the chest dry if necessary. First, always use adult AED pads on anyone older than 8 years of age and/or weighing more than 55 pounds or 25 kilograms. Do not use pediatric AED pads because the shock delivered will not be sufficient. Then, place one pad on the upper right side of the chest. And the other on the lower left side of the chest, a few inches below the left armpit. Follow the diagrams and labeling of where each pad goes. If the AED pad has a feedback device, follow the manufacturer's instructions for use.
Plug-in connector.
Plug the pad connector cable into the AED if necessary, and prepare to let the AED analyze the heart's rhythm. Make sure no one, including you, is touching the person. Say "clear" in a loud commanding voice.
Don't touch person. Analyzing.
Clear. Be ready to deliver a shock if the AED determines one is needed.
Shock advised. Press flashing shock button.
Again, make sure no one, including you, is touching the person, and say "clear" in a loud commanding voice. Clear. Push the shock button to deliver a shock if the AED determines one is needed. After the AED delivers a shock, or if no shock is advised, immediately start CPR, beginning with compressions.
Shock delivered. Start
1
CPR.
and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Continue giving CPR cycles until the AED prompts that it is reanalyzing. You see signs of ROSC, such as movement, breathing, or coughing. Other trained providers take over and relieve you from giving compressions and ventilations. You are too exhausted to continue, or the situation becomes unsafe.
For anyone up to 8 years of age, including infants, or weighing less than 55 pounds or 25 kilograms, follow these pediatric AED guidelines. Use pediatric AED pads to deliver a lower energy dose. For children, position these pads as depicted in the diagram. If pediatric AED pads are not available, it is safe to use adult AED pads. However, the AED pads should never touch each other when applied, like this. So if it appears that the AED pads would touch each other, place one pad in the middle of the chest and place the other pad on the back between the shoulder blades. When using an AED on an infant, always use the front-back pad placement. To do this, apply one pad in the middle of the infant's chest and the other pad on the infant's back between the shoulder blades.
When there are two rescuers, the steps for using an AED are the same, but one rescuer performs CPR while the other operates the AED. Teddy is here to demonstrate with me how to use an AED when there are two rescuers. After completing the rapid assessment and recognizing that the person is in cardiac arrest, I'll begin care as the other rescuers arrive to assist.
When I arrive with the AED, I'll set it up while Francis continues CPR.
That's right. I won't pause CPR until the device is ready to analyze the person's heart rhythm.
After I deliver the shock, or if no shock is advised, we'll switch roles.
And we'll continue CPR. Watch as we demonstrate these steps.
And 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10.
EMS has been called. I have the AED and I'll set it up.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
Attach
25,
pads firmly
26,
to person's
27,
bare chest
28,
as shown.
29, 30. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6
Plug-in
and 7
connector.
and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Don't
19,
touch
20,
person.
21,
Analyzing.
22.
Clear. I'll take over the next round of compressions.
Shock advised. Press flashing shock button.
Clear.
Shock delivered. Start
1
CPR.
and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
After the shock was delivered, we switch roles.
You should switch roles like this about every 2 minutes, taking less than 10 seconds to minimize interruptions to chest compressions.